Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. So, right now we're in Margate in Kent. We're visiting my mum, having a little staycation, a little escape from the hustle and bustle of London. But tonight I'm hoping to capture Reculver Towers at sunset. It's a couple of miles away from Margate, so I'm going to have to get on the train and then a little bit of a walk. Let's do this. Around AD 200, the Romans established a fort they called Reculver on the edge of the Wantsum Channel that separated the Isle of Thanet from the British mainland. The fort was in use for approximately 2 centuries until the Romans left Britain around AD 410. After the departure of the Romans, the site was abandoned until AD 669, when King Ecgbert of Kent granted it to St Augustine's Abbey in Canterbury for a new monastery. The new church almost certainly would have reused Roman stone as building material. It is not known precisely when the monastery itself was abandoned, but it could have been after the Viking raids started in this area around 800 AD. The Saxon church was reused as a parish church after the Norman conquest, and was rebuilt in the 12th century when the distinctive towers were added. The church finally fell out of use in the 19th century when erosion made the site untenable. In 1805 the church was pulled down, all except a striking pair of towers at the west end of the church, which were left standing to act as an aid to navigation. Trinity House purchased the towers in 1809 and strengthened them so that they could continue to serve as a visible landmark for sailors. Alright, not there yet. It's a longer walk than I thought. Oh well. You can't really get better weather for a walk, to be honest with you. The light is quite harsh, it's quite hazy light, so we'll see, how the sunset turns out. But either way, I will have a set of images that I don't already have. And for me, that's one of the reasons why I make these videos and try and kind of advance my photography. It's the whole reason why I do it. So we'll push on and we'll see what the sunset delivers from Reculver Towers. Let's go. Okay, a low bank of cloud has possibly ruined the evening shoot for us. Gutted. Anyway, we're going to try and be creative. I've got a couple of filters, different filters with me, so we'll try and be creative. We'll try and get something out of it, but it's so annoying when that happens. The clouds actually look really kind of interesting. I'm not an expert on my clouds, but they do look interesting, apart from the massive bank of low cloud. Bit gutted, to be honest with you, but we'll stick it out and we'll see what we can get. But yeah, we'll try and be creative with this one. The tide is completely out now, so that also doesn't really work in our favour, but we'll try and be creative. We'll try and pull something out. Okay, so not the sunset we all hoped for, certainly not the one I hoped for, but you can only photograph in the conditions that you're given. That's it, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's such a shame because the clouds were really interesting, they still are really interesting, but you've just got a serious, thick, low cloud blocking all the light pretty much, or blocking the light, you know, reflecting onto the clouds that are interesting. But I say, it's the way the cookie crumbles. I still think the images aren't too bad, and I've thoroughly enjoyed kind of coming here by myself. It's totally quiet. There's nobody around, so it's really nice, really tranquil. It's actually really tranquil. So yeah, I'm going to head up to be a bit closer to the Reculver Towers and see if we can get some more shots from there. Let's go. Never give in. I think that's the message for this week's film, because I was basically leaving, if I'm honest. I was going home, and there was some colour in the sky. Yes, there's a low bank of cloud blocking most of it, but there was some colour there. Normally that doesn't happen. Normally when low cloud steams its way in, you get nothing, but not always, it seems. So anyway, found this composition with the camera on the tripod very precariously placed, so a few butterflies in my stomach when I was doing that, but it enabled me to get a pretty bloody good shot in terms of composition, and we'll see what I can do with that. Kind of 3 images blended together, you know, because you had really quite bright highlights, quite a bright sky, and I wanted to expose the foreground with the it's not really a path, to be honest with you. I don't think you're meant to walk on it, but anyway, we're going to call it a path, exposing the path leading the eye into the Reculver Towers. So I wanted to really bring that out without bringing too much noise and grain and all that mucky stuff. So yeah, 3 images blended together. All the compositions were actually 3 images blended together. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, never give in, because you never know what can happen. Thank you very much for watching this one. It does mean a lot to me. Like, share the video. If you're not already subscribed, do consider it. It helps give me inspiration, give me motivation to go out and make these videos. I do enjoy them. And yeah, it's all about exploration and sharing my experiences with you. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.